I was muted. Okay. Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. We're here. Mr. Blazing you were always the first. There is something on my poster behind my screen. I'll have to figure out what that is. But let me go live on Instagram real quick here. Make sure everything's going well. Let's see. I can see all of the dust flying around my room right now because I turned on my ceiling fan. The winnerist. The wienerist? The wienerist. Winnerist? No, this is not the wonderfully done Bionicle. I did notice something really horrible, though, with that one. Watch this. Check this out. This is actually awful. So, it has a texture file. That is the... that is the texture file. So... AI is clearly so much better at doing UVs and texturing than I ever will be. Oh, it's so bad. So bad. Yeah, I had to keep that one for my records. Where'd Maya go? There it is. All right, so I'm gonna try rigging this today. I have no expectations that this is going to go well. I have no expectations that this is actually going to work. But I'm going to attempt it. If I can figure it out, I'm going to do something cool with the animation when I finish all 6 of them, which is coming. I'm just in a little bit of a funk right now, modeling-wise, so I don't want to touch another modeling project right now. So, gonna be doing something a little bit different. So, normally we would do these in like a T-pose, but kind of hard considering the joints don't really T-pose on these. So, we're gonna do it a little bit differently. My main focus is going to probably be the legs today. I'm gonna try to do an IKFK setup, but whether or not that's gonna work, I have no idea. There's a lot here, and these are really kind of funky because technically this needs to somehow rotate instead of flexing. So it can technically flex inside, but I need this to somehow function like a knee joint. And then these pistons need to... I don't think the pistons are going to be that hard. Those are going to be just kind of like everything solid except for the little... the head of the piston. So, I don't know. We're going to play with it. What is up? Simubnet? Yeah. YKS751, your tips are really helpful. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And then Riser, the plan. The plan is this thing. We're going to try rigging this thing. I don't know how well it's going to go, but we're going to try. Because I can't do any modeling right now. I'm like fried. So, all things considered, here's what I'm going to do to make this a tad bit easier on myself so I can actually see what I'm doing. I'm going to just select the arms. And I'm going to hide them in their own layer. And we're just going to focus on the legs and the hips for now. Again, no idea if this is going to work well. But we're going to try. So let's do... Alright, so we're going to go over to our rigging. Go over to center. We're going to place our first joint. Which is going to be... Hold on. I need this to snap to the grid. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. That's definitely not perfectly centered, but that'll be okay. Should be a knee joint somewhere in there. And the leg joint and the foot joint. Okay. I'm just going to start with one leg because that's all I want to focus on right now. Alright. I'm going to take this whole chain. In fact, let's do this. Let me think about this. No, it's okay. We're going to turn snapping off for now. Because this is where this is going to get a little tricky. Do I have a YouTube channel? Yes, same name on YouTube. And if you're on Instagram, the link's in my bio. Same? You're having the same kind of like burnout? That's a Sabe-mish? I'm not sure what that means. Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Okay, so this needs to be right up in here in this like little coupling point. It has been a hot minute since I've done weight painting, so you're gonna have to excuse my stupidity with it. Yeah, that needs to rotate from there, so, and then we're just gonna put that right at the toe. And now let's make sure that didn't jack anything up. It didn't. Looks okay. Alright, so everything's looking good. We can see our joint. Okay. I'm gonna go expand that whole thing. And then here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just... We're gonna grab all of this. And we are going to skin it. No, that's auto rig. My bad. Bind skin. There we go. Okay. So technically, if I rotate that now, alright. That's good. That's good movement. That's not good movement, but that's okay. We'll fix that. And that's about what I expected to get. So, really, this actually might be semi-doable. Okay. What about the heel joint? Not gonna do a reverse heel for this one. I'm mainly just seeing how, honestly, I don't know. I don't know how far I'm gonna take this rig. My main concern is figuring out this leg portion here. If I can figure this leg portion out and I can actually get this working the way I want to, I will do like a reverse foot system. But for now, I'm not super stressy about it. Where are you working now? I work in IT right now. And then freelance stuff. That's what I do. See, this is cool. I think a Bionicle would have been cooler. A Bionicle? Well, there'll be a... I don't know, what's the word for 6? Because there'll be 6 of them eventually. Yeah, technically I'm freelance. Simu. So, honestly, movement-wise, everything else is decent. That's not good, but we can fix that. Alright, let's get to weight painting. Which I think is this one. It's been so long since I've done weight painting. Yeah, alright, so which joint do I want? I want to start with this one, so let's go to weight painting. Joint 2. Open the tool. Let's see. I'm going to keep this off my screen, unfortunately. Well, can I dock it? I bet you I can dock it. Let me see. Or not. There we go. Nope. I thought you could drag that over. I mean, I suppose I could do this. Ooh, I hate that. Let's not do that. Alright, I'm just going to keep it over here. I'll let you guys know when I adjust anything. Alright, so I want this joint first. Joint 2, is it right? Yeah, it's joint 2 that I want. Okay. Play an animate or pose this character? Probably animating. Sorry, not understand in Vancouver. Oh, no, you're good. So yeah, I do freelance stuff, then I work in IT outside of this stuff. So, I work on computer stuff, software. Okay. So let's do this. That's not what I want. Interactive, that's fine. I cannot for the life of me remember how to do this. It has been far too long since I've done this. I know there's like a flood model. There we go, flood. Okay. Give me a second here. It's been far too long since I've done this. Oh, right. You could actually select the skin cluster. My bad. Okay, so you do that. Let's see. That's fine. And color ramp. Visualization. That should be it, though. Did I select the wrong skin cluster? What's going on here? It's behaving kind of weird. Add. I wonder... Let's see. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Just make sure none of these are getting in the way here. No, we're good. See attributes using ramps, geometry color. Why is it not showing me what I want? That's the bigger question. Best wishes from Spain. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. What's up, Al? How you doing, buddy? Let's see here. So I've got my individual skin clusters here. Post. Whoa. No. Select geometry. There we go. Okay. That's what I wanted. So I actually need this joint, right? No. Should be that, but it's not. Okay, so joint 2. There we go. All right. I see. I've got the wrong... Oh. Okay. All right. I remember now. Took me a second. Let's do this. So if I select that and I go skin cluster 1, joint 2, select geometry. Nope, that still selects the wrong one. Why? But why? Joint 6, joint... Oh, wait a minute. Is that just all... Okay. So it's treating those as individual skin clusters instead of one solid cluster. I see. How be you? I be good, man. I be good. How are you doing? Let's see. Open from main menu. Open what? What do you think about the industry? I think it's hopefully getting better. I think it's kind of rough right now. But hopefully, yeah, hopefully it's getting better. I'm hoping. Because it's definitely kind of rough right now. I be well. Good, man. Good. It's good to see you. Hope you're having a good week so far. Why is that only selecting that one cluster? Because it's applied to those 3 joints. I also am now missing a skin cluster, which is kind of weird. Because I should have this one. So if I hit skin painting on this, skin cluster. Oh, there we go. All right. Figured it out. It's very difficult for 3D model. Yeah, it totally can be. It's a little rough right now. I'm wondering if I should do this with my tablet. Nah, it's all right. I'm wondering, let's see. I do need my brush stroke tool. Let's increase the radius a little bit. That's a little too small. Okay. All right, and then back to this. I remember why I don't do this very often. Okay. So we're not going to use the color ramp. We're just going to use the white-black because that's what I'd rather focus on. Okay. Nice thing is I can just paint this entire object and make this a solid chunk, and then go from there. No, yeah, no, I've got the little flooding menu over here. I have it on my other screen because I can't just have it hovering over this display, otherwise it disappears when I'm using it. I suppose I could flood that actually. Here I was wanting to like manually paint that for no reason. Okay, so that one's flooded. The foot is also going to get flooded. So let's select you, flood the foot. Okay, so now technically, if I rotate that. Oh wait, no. Black is I got it backwards. My bad. Hold on a second. Takes me a second to get back into this. Okay, weight color, we want black, fully black. Flood. Beautiful. So if I do, okay. Did I move that foot somehow? Why is that doing that? So white, yeah, okay. Minimum max, flood, and then it just gets trashed. Something's wrong here. Something's up here. Let's see what's going on. That model is from US. I mean, yeah, I modeled this about a week ago. Or, well, I finished it this last week, but yeah, this is one of my models. You don't do color ramp? Not for simple stuff like this, no. AI is dangerous for 3D objects. AI dangerous for 3D artists and jobs in the future. Right now, let me show you why it's not dangerous. That is an AI-generated texture map for a model that was supposed to be exactly like this. We're fine. And we'll be fine for a while. And if you really want to see what that model looked like here, let's see, where is it? Do I still have it? Oh, I didn't delete it, did I? Oh, no, here it is. There you go. It's really tiny, but that's an AI-generated model, so 3D artists are fine for now. I wouldn't worry about it. Good evening. What's up, man? How you doing, man? Week's been kind of meh, but not bad. Oh, I'm sorry it's been meh. All right. Back to... What happened? What's up, STI? How you doing, man? I'm a little confused as to why that's happening. Because if I turn the value all the way down and I flood it, it trashes it. I wonder if it's because I didn't clear the transforms before I skin them. It's been a minute since I've done this, guys, so you're just going to have to deal with my incompetence right now. Let's do this. We're going to unbind this real quick. And, of course. Unbind skin. Okay, there we go. That's better. Let me freeze the transforms on this real quick. Sure, okay, cool. Alright, let's try this again. Just these. Why don't you use V-Ray? Because I don't want to pay for it. It's very expensive. Maybe someday when I can make money off of it, but yeah, not currently. Pretty good hype for an interview tomorrow? Oh, hell yeah, nice. Where are you interviewing? Alright, so I want to select the foot. Go back to painting. Select geometry. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Other foot. Foot. Where'd it go? Hey. Alright, there we go. Alright, so that's currently black, which is the value that I want. So if I take that joint now, it should... Okay, so it's affecting all of that stuff. So that's good. Okay. We're in a better spot here. Tech position at a new place. I got another... Oh, nice, dude. That's awesome. I'm excited for you. Hell yeah. Are you... So you're stoked about it? That's good. That's real good. Okay, so it's going to be these two. So it's really mainly just this guy. So let's go negative on that, and we'll just paint this in. I need this to be a little bit bigger, though. Okay. Let's just flood that. Okay, so that foot now shouldn't affect that at all. And it doesn't. We're just getting some weird deformation there, but that's because the toe needs some work. So let's select that again. We're going to go down to the toe joint, and this toe joint should be affecting the entire thing anyway, so... Alright, cool. So now... Why are we squeezing like that? That's kind of strange. Something else is affecting that then. Alright. So let's go and see what's going on. I'll keep you in the loop on the potential good news. Dude, that's awesome. I'm excited for you, man. I hope it goes well. Fingers crossed for sure, man. Alright, what other joint is affected? Aha! There it is. Okay. And so we need that to flood white. Flood white. You need to not touch that. Same with you. No, that's the right joint. Yeah, okay. And now I've lost control. Okay. Joint 6. Joint 5. Joint... Okay. Does it need to be... I don't think it needs to be black, does it? No, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, well, joint 5, that's good, so flood that. If I flood that white... Interesting. Okay, so let's back up here. Okay. So currently, as it stands, joint 5 has control. Okay. I think I just got a little mixed up. Select geometry. I hate you for doing that. Let's see. Okay, so right now that's the configuration. So that joint has no control. This joint has full control. So we want full-flooded white. Joint 4 needs to have 0 control. Joint 3. Okay. So that should be... Okay, there we go. Now it's not flexing anymore. Okay, cool. So that's working. Beautiful. File, save scene as Tahoe assemb _rig. Save that just in case. Okay, we should be good there. Cool. So on to the next joint. Freeze transform on your object and delete history. They should all be frozen and deleted. This model was freshly loaded. Alright, so we're going to look at this one. So this one's going to be a little tricky. There's a lot going on here that I get to paint in. So let's do this. Select it. Okay, so I know the knee joint needs to be that guy right there. So let's see. So it's affecting right, which is good. It just needs a little bit of finesse. So technically when this folds up, I need this to kind of compress. So that's gonna be the weird thing. Especially since this is all just one piece. I need this a little bit more. There we go. Thankfully, this little piston doesn't really do anything, so that's just for decorative purposes. But yeah, if I can get this to work properly the way I want to, I will do some fun stuff with these. Because that doesn't need to be affecting anything. Okay. Cool, cool. What's the good word with you? Oh, not much, man. Just trying to survive daily work and do the things that I gotta do to stay motivated. But otherwise, I'm good, dude. How's everything for the wedding coming? Okay. Let's see how that's playing. Should be playing a little bit better now. All right, cool. A little bit, not much, but a little bit. Okay. So that for sure needs to go away. Is there a hotkey for adjusting brush size? No? Of course not. Oh, here we go. That's better. I need different music because this is not doing it for me. Sure, that works. All right. I love how inefficient that is. Well, you barely just tweak that and it gets crazy. Okay. Because I want this to stay stationary, so this shouldn't flex at all. Okay. It's okay if that flexes. What's up, Garong? How are you? Good to see you. Oh. Got an itch. Alright. Cool. Yeah, I think it would be fun to do some, like, animated stuff with these, because, like, they're fun characters, and, like, I don't know, like, I'm not one of those people that wants to do character animation with, like, those prefab download ones. I don't see much fun in that. So I think this will be kind of an entertaining way to do this instead. Give me a little bit of character animation stuff. Want to learn Maya from starting. Any tips? So I have a couple of tutorials that are geared towards beginners. There's a fan series if you want to do that. It's going to be a good way to get introduced to the polygon modeling in Maya. But other than that stuff, just, you know, take things slow. Don't stress too much about it. And, you know, have fun with it. There's actually a lot of information out there. And if you get stuck on something that you're having, like, questions on or anything like that, make sure you jump into our Discord. There's plenty of areas there to ask questions and figure out what you're doing and what you may be struggling with. So just finding communities is super important, especially when you're trying to learn something like that. Doing good. You were rigging today. Are each object separate or combined? These are all separate. So I am weight painting as if they were combined. Porfa me down a link in Discord. Let's see. Hold on. I'm sorry. I don't speak Spanish, so give me a second. If that is Spanish, that might not be Spanish. I'm horribly inept with languages, so give me a second. I should just pull up Google Translate. Please give me the Discord link. It's in my bio. So you're on Instagram, just go to the link tree in my bio, and it'll take you right there. Can faces be selected then flooded with desired paint color? I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not an expert at this, so don't expect, like, great answers from me. I just know enough to be dangerous. It's also why I don't have a lot of rigging tutorials, because I don't do this very often. Let's see. So now... Okay, so that's behaving a little bit better. Just need to be careful because it's, like, spiralizing up here. But, for the most part, that's actually behaving pretty well. We know that that can only go so far, so... That's going to be the thing that I don't like about these, is that, like, figuring out that deformation is going to be kind of strange. I'm thinking if I just flooded white. Let's see. Let's see what happens. We're going to experiment a little bit here. Because right now, it's kind of just, like, gumming up in there. So let's see. I'm going to try to get this as solid as possible. I just don't want that. Weight painting is, I don't know, I feel like it needs to be a little bit more accurate. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. I want to study VFX and CGI, and I was thinking about going to VFX school. Which option is good for online course or go to VFX school? So, if you can afford it, and you have a school near you that's good, school's a good option. But if that's a little bit more on the outside of, like, being able to afford it, but you can do, like, an online school, I would look at an online school. Places like, Nomon and Think Tank are doing really good stuff for students. So I would look at those as options, because the reality is most standard traditional colleges are a little bit too expensive nowadays. So I'm assuming the social media stuff is your job now / earns you enough to dedicate more time to 3D. My question is this: how'd you find time to practice your stuff? So no, it's actually not my full time. And I find time by making time. it's something I'm passionate about and it's something that I want to do, so I make the time. I don't spend a lot of time playing video games or doing anything else anymore. Like, this is what I do in my free time. So when it comes down to it, like, yeah, like any waking moment. Like, the nice thing is, like, I work from home, so like on my lunch I can work on projects and stuff like that. And then when I get off work, I don't lose time to commuting, so I'm able to do stuff with more time. So I do have a little bit more time generally during the day than other people do, but yeah, other than that, like, I just make time to do it. There's really no like there is no like easy answer for it, unfortunately. I did a VFX degree. They don't even teach proper topology. It would have saved thousands. Yeah, I would highly recommend doing an online course. It's funny because I was actually thinking about it today because, like, I went to a traditional, not a traditional, but I went to a private VFX school. And I realized today as I was going through, because I have all of my old coursework saved from that school. And I was going through it and I realized that they didn't even teach us what UV mapping was. So graduating college, when they were supposed to be preparing me for a job in the real world, I didn't even know how to UV map a model because I didn't know that was a thing. I had no understanding of that whatsoever. So yeah, schools are tough. So like, do your research, find as much information about the school as you possibly can, and then just be careful. Or just do like Think Tank or Nomon, because those programs, both of those programs are very good. I really do feel like this should be doing more. There we go. This is why I hate weight painting. Okay. So the hope is then... What if I smooth this? Does this get better when I smooth it? A little bit. Not much, though. But I agree with the sentiment that I could have saved thousands of dollars myself, too, had I not gone to a school. There we go. This is better. Which, it's unfortunate because, like, the last thing we want to say is, like, schools were not good. But that's just kind of the reality, unfortunately. I've had the exact same experience. I spent 3 years studying and came out of it being essentially self-taught. Couldn't get any industry jobs because my work wasn't industry. Yeah, it's tough. It's one of the reasons why I don't work in the industry. I graduated and I knew I wasn't ready. And then I, fucked around for 5 or 6 years. So like some of it was my fault, but others, like, yeah, it was just a general like unpreparedness that the school gave us, which sucks. And it's sad because like I run into students now that go to that same school that are just like confused on what they're supposed to be doing, and it's like, damn, that's rough. Because it shouldn't be that way. You're paying a lot of money for those things. Sadly, the sad thing is, honestly, like what I'm doing right now, this like skin weight painting, this is the only thing I remember from college. Which is sad. Because I was in college for 3 years. But none of that information helped me at all. Oops. So, you just gotta be careful. School's better for connections. I wish I didn't go, but I've met so many artists and people who have funding for the things I want to do. I would say yes, that is true, for sure. Like, different for me because I did online school. I did Full Sail online. But I think the big thing now is, like, most artists are now on social media, so, like, connecting is even, like, better. When I went to college, it wasn't really a thing. Like, we had Facebook. That was kind of it. And MySpace and a couple other, like, weird social media apps. But, like, nothing at, like, the level that we have now. So I think connecting with artists is a little bit easier now, and not necessarily like I got to go to school to connect with artists. But I can see where you're coming from. Okay. So I do, let's see. I want to look at this again because, okay. I need that to like not do that. I mean, granted, the knee can't really move that much. Technically, I guess it could. Because that needs to go into the body of the leg. So I think maybe that's my issue. Let's see here. Because if I think about this... Yeah, okay. So I was going about that wrong. Who would have guessed? I think we're going to try this instead. I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to try it. Because why the hell not? Now I've got thousands in debt and working 60 hours a week trying to survive UK. I only get an hour a day max to do 3D. I just can't compete with other artists in the industry trying to get roles. Yeah, that's tough. I am thankfully very, like, in a good spot because, like, I only have to work, 40 hours a week. I don't have to work extra like that. So it is a little bit different. In situations like that, unfortunately, like, it just comes down to having to change, like, your space that you're in, and sometimes that can be nearly impossible, so I totally get that. But yeah, like, I know for me, like, my goal is to make either social media a thing or working in a studio a thing. So either way, I'm trying to make one of those things work, and I know that that's my main goal, and that's what I'm dedicating all of my time to. And so, like, yeah, like, I don't go out and party and I don't go and hang out with people a lot, but I do spend my time doing this, and it's why I'm able to do what I do. I'm very particular about making sure I track all my hours and everything like that, just to make sure that, like, I know, like, I am spending the time on it, which I forgot to do before stream. I've been going for an hour. Really? Oh, 45 minutes. That's fine. So it's just... Sometimes it comes down to, like, how much of a priority can you put on it, and then, like, how much available time do you actually have to put on it. And so if you only have an hour, like, use that hour. I know it sounds crazy to say, like, you can't compete with that, but you can. You absolutely can. You just need to use that hour for, like, whatever you can to, like, improve your skills. But it does sound like you have a very busy life, and that does suck, because I know how that is. That was me when I graduated college. Like, I did not have time for 3D, nor did I want to make time for 3D, which is why I'm as behind as I am on it. Like, had I been doing this straight for 15 years like I've been doing for the past year, totally different reality. But I decided to start a film company like an idiot instead. So, mistakes were made, and I'm fixing them now. Changing the goal, spot on. I've been working on architectural previs studio, portfolio stuff now, because it's much more achievable for jobs in the UK. Yeah, and I think one of the things that a lot of people need to realize, too, is, like, 3D doesn't just exist in the industry. Like, in the two big industries, right, games and VFX. You can do 3D in a lot of different places. Hell, one of the jobs I applied for recently was, like, an automotive visualization company that needed a 3D modeler. So, like, there are jobs out there, and, like, they're a little bit harder to find, obviously, and then the other option is, if you can do it, is freelancing. That's just a whole another set of skills that you have to kind of develop over time. So it's, it's tough, but I feel like once you get to a groove and you start working on these things and you start actually, like, really putting your time into it, like, you'll find a balance. All right, let's see if that's going to work. I think that might be it. Yeah, almost. It's almost like... What else is affecting that? Something else is affecting that. Select geo. Maybe not. Oh, yeah, look at that. Okay. That makes more sense now. I really just want that to compress. So I'm hoping this kind of fixes that. Then we'll look at the other piston. People need to hear those things. Most of us feel like we are drowning against the rolls, an extremely high bar of entry. You do a great job of motivating people, and I personally appreciate it a lot. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Like, that's kind of the goal, because, like, I get it. Like, I have the same thoughts, you know? I have the same worries. Would I like to be working in a studio? Yeah, absolutely. But, you know, the reality is, like, I know that right now, especially right now, like, that realm of possibility probably isn't there. Especially just because, like, there's no jobs. So I'm doing what I can to lighten the load on people, especially when it comes to like stress and stuff like that. Because like I get it, it's stressful, and you know if I could bring a little bit of positivity to this space, and that's the goal. Because you know I'm no like studio seasoned expert. I don't know it all, but I'm curious and I have fun doing it. So that's working. I know it doesn't look like it's working, but it's kind of working. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. I just finished 3D modeling and animation program. I hope to get in the industry someday. Hey, you're welcome. Thank you so much for letting me know. I hope you do. I hope everyone who's trying to get in gets in, because, you know, it's a stressful job, but it's a cool place, and it's an awesome thing to potentially be a part of. I think really my goal with like all of this is just to make it so like people don't have to spend so much goddamn money to learn this stuff, because like you can learn these industry standard apps without having to spend hundreds of thousands, if not, or you know, tens of thousands of dollars, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. Wait, what? Umesh, what are you talking about, bro? It is need to be fixed. What does that mean? What do you mean by that? Okay. So that's fine. That needs to be that. That's good. So that's technically working the way that it's intended to be. Just need to make sure it's cleared. Okay. Getting there. There's still something affecting that, and I'm not sure what it is. So let's figure out what joint's doing that. Of course. Weight painting is so fun. How can you not love weight painting? It's the best job on the planet. It is truly need to be fixed. Yeah. I don't know what that means. If we're talking about the industry, yes, it does. It does. But from what I hear, things are getting slightly better, so I would keep hopes up. I did see Sony Pictures Imageworks is getting ready to hire a bunch of people, so that's cool. I wish we still had a studio here where I live, because we did have one at one point. And then Life of Pi happened. The tutorials we go over basic yet confusing aspects of topology are really helpful. For example, your square extrusions and cylindrical objects are super helpful when projected. Nice. I'm glad. Those are tough videos to make, because like there are so many ways to do it, and like, you know, like my way isn't necessarily like always the best way, but I'm glad to know that they're helpful. That's all that really matters. Didn't I just unpaint that? I guess I didn't. Maybe that was a different joint. That's why I hate weight painting, because it's like one joint will start doing things while the other one doesn't. Okay, so that one's clear. That one's still not clear. Okay. You are affecting that, and you shouldn't be. Oops. Okay, let's go through the setup here. 1, 2, 3, not affecting. 4, should be affecting. Should not be affecting, right? That should be free floating. I think is the goal here. Okay. So that's fine. 5 should definitely not be affecting that at all. Let's see. You might have painted it. I'm sure you did. I thought I did. This is the one thing that I hate about weight painting is like I feel like it just comes back for no reason. Okay, so that should see like that shouldn't be affecting that at all. It's a freaking toe joint. All right, so joint 1. See, I don't. Is it doing something? Let's see. Because those shouldn't be. I know it's trying to like auto balance. That might be the issue. Yeah, because that's still not doing what I need it to. It does. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a plugin. Okay, so there is like an auto. Let's see. It's the normalized weights. That's what it is. I think. Could be wrong. We'll find out in a second here. Ooh, shit. That ain't right. Post? That, okay. Hold on. I think I might have gotten it. It's not so much an issue with the flooding, it's an issue with the fact that it's trying to like repaint the weights as I go. And it shouldn't be. I think I figured it out though. Sometimes we just gotta use our brains. Found out if you actually use your brain while doing this stuff, things happen. It's a wild concept. Okay, so that's good. This is what I wanted. So I can deselect all this junk now. Yeah, it's because of the interactive weight painting. I don't know if anyone actually uses that because it seems like it's a nightmare. Are you still doing it? No. I just missed that joint. Okay. Okay. There's a tad bit there, but I'm not going to stress about it. It shouldn't be too bad. That's too small. Maya's brush radius, I swear to God. 2.5. No. What's a dog? Okay. Yeah, but thank you for your help, Grong. I appreciate that. I am not by any means a rigging artist, so don't expect anything like life-changing from me in regards to this. I know just enough. I would like to fix that, but for now, I know just enough. Okay, that's actually almost doing what I wanted to do. So that's better. Which one of you is affecting it now? There's a joint in this setup that's affecting it. And it shouldn't be. Hold on. Let's see. So that should be black. And then should it be white here? Maybe it's... Oh, okay. So let me think about this. So that should be white. White's the affected object. Black is the unaffected. So technically that should be white there. Okay. I think I might have this. If not, you guys are going to just watch me be confused for the next hour. Which is an entire possibility. Okay. Let's just go on the negative there and clean this up a bit. It's these little areas that are always really hard to get into because they end up like going way too far. Nice work. Is this Maya? This is Maya, yes. And thank you. Dude, why are you barking so much? Okay. Alright, there we go. So let's try that now. I'm wondering if that's going to be my answer. So, yes, it is, but it also isn't. Okay, well, lots of stuff. Your rigging is also helping me relearn. I have forgot. Yeah, it's not my favorite subject in the world. I honestly wish... I'm trying to think, because, like, I want that to rotate with that. But currently it doesn't. All it's doing is skewing, which, like... You know, if I've got it standing like that or kicking, that's going to look like crap. So, the reality is, let's look at this joint. Oops. Yeah, I plan on doing rigging videos eventually, just like... It's just such a dead topic for me. Like, I don't do it very often, so... It's tough to want to make videos on it. Okay, you shouldn't be there. Can't see. I say something to put another bone there. Yeah, another bone might be the answer. I'm trying to do this as simplistically as possible. But yes, that might end up being the answer, unfortunately, because like I need some way to direct it. And I think that's the issue that I'm having here, is I don't have a way to direct that bone, or like direct it without having a bone. So, may end up having to do that. But my weight painting's at least finally working, so that's good. And like, that's literally the only piston that needs to be done, because this one works fine. That I need to clean that up, obviously, but everything else works fine. It's just that one. So, yeah, I think you're right. I think I might have to do another bone there. Like a free-floating bone. Would you be able to add a joint at the... Yeah, I think that's what Cat Sight is saying, and I think they're right. So let's try it. Screw it. The question is do I link it to the body? Yeah, I guess you'd have to. Let's see. Just got in VR chat and making this shit because of Blender and Unity. Oh, got you. That's fair. I mean, some of those VTuber models are kind of insane. That should be okay, and then I can parent it. This is probably going to break because I've already painted skin weights, but who cares? We're learning, everybody. That's what we're doing today. Because I can't model for another stream. I gotta take a break. I can't even, like, begin to explain to you guys how, like, stupid modeling this was. I think you could technically leave it floating. That's what you meant. No, yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it floating, but I think, I don't know, maybe I should just, like, link it. I think I'm gonna link it. Screw it. What does that do? Does that screw anything up? No, because it's not binded yet. Okay. Does that mean I have to redo my bind? No. I hope not. Let me just bind it real quick, see what happens. No? Can I add to skin cluster? Is there no way to add to skin cluster? Oh, there probably isn't. Edit influences, add influence. Oh, ho, 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 you lifesaver, you. There you go. All right, beautiful. Win for Mr. Blazing Man. That's what I'm talking about. All right, select Geo. Let's take a look at this now. Now we got joint 7 here, which should only be influencing this little piston thingy doohickey. So we'll see how this works. I was gonna say I can't watch you go through that pain. I'm glad you didn't. Stuff like that I don't mind. Like if I'm like truly struggling, it's the people that jump in and they're like, you could do this with a different way. It's like, come on now. Let me just here flood this black. We're gonna start fresh with this one. So let's go here. Did that 5 times for 2 characters in the past weeks. Oh damn. That sounds miserable. I hate rigging though. It's not my favorite thing. But the nice thing is like once you have a fully rigged model, like it's just good to go. And like that's what's nice. That's what I look forward for. Okay, so technically now I should remove any influences from anything else. Is what I'm thinking. Potentially. I hate this so much. Okay. Is there somebody that's made an add-on that makes this less stupid? Because it's pretty stupid. It's so finicky. Oh. I really don't want you to affect that one. Thank you. I don't doubt there is, honestly. There's got to be something. I know a lot of people used to pull into, I don't even know if it's a thing anymore. Is Motion Builder still a thing? Oh my god, it is still a thing. Ooh, it's expensive. Does it still look the same? Oh my god, it still looks the same. Yeah, a lot of people used to do stuff in Motion Builder. Just because it was like a more updated system. Damn, that's expensive. Find a reseller. You can't get it straight from Autodesk? That's weird. Add-ons in my industry standard software. I'm getting to... I use a couple add-ons. It's actually kind of funny because like the more I use it, I'm like there has to be a better way to do some of this stuff. I think weight painting in general just sucks no matter what program you're using. But I feel like it could be better because like this is stupid, right? Like I should be able to paint this out, but it won't do it. I have to go like all the way to the edge, and now it won't even do anything. Yeah, like that. It's like very selective. What's up, Indirect Stick? How you doing, man? Weight painting is, yeah, it's not my favorite thing in the world. See, there we go. All that hassle just for that stupid thing. All right, let's remove the influences from joint. Oh,
do it!
Oh, it
Just
reset the whole
do
damn
it!
thing.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Damn it. That sucks. That's a bummer. Unity add-ons are good, but some VRM, VR chat fucks with text users. Yeah. I've never played with any of that stuff. Never really had like a need to. That's cool to have people in the community that do that though. I've always been like interested in like learning how people do that stuff. I don't think I want to do it for myself, but like learning how people do that would be kind of fun, I think. So I think you're right though. I think leaving it the same way, just without influence on that, might be the better choice. He almost startled me. Almost. I'm gonna go to sleep. Good night. All right, Indirect Stick. Have a good night. Yeah, the brush is soft edge. Or no, I'm using hard edge. Never mind. I guess that would technically fix that, but I feel like both of them kind of suck. I'm also probably being overly petty because I hate this. I hate weight painting so much. That's what I loved about BD1 is I was able to rig him, no weight painting. Didn't have to do any of it. It was great. I did got one avatar upload and it looks fine, but accidentally, oh no. That's no good. That's never good. That joint, whatever. I love how adding one joint just essentially made me restart doing everything. That's pretty frustrating. It's okay, it's fine. So, what am I painting right now? Wait a minute, I'm lost. What am I doing? That's right. Okay, yeah. I just gotta make sure I'm doing the right thing, because, like, I don't want to double up on work. I do want to see after this, like, first pass of painting how this is behaving. I just want to get all, like, the major stuff, because I know this is gonna deform like crazy. But how you doing, Tamuzu? It's good to see you, man. Alright. I think... Let's try this. So it's holding. It's definitely holding better. And then, like... So I'm probably going to have to do some sort of, like, IK movement to handle that. That's okay, though. I can get away with that. That's not a big deal. Okay. I think that'll work. I have already spent an hour and a half on this almost. That hurts. Okay. Let's get some final weight paints on here then. I wish I would have paid attention to how that was configured because I didn't pay attention. It's alright. Alright, cool. Let's see. Broken car. You would think that with all the advancements in UV mapping, modeling tools, and rigging tools, that they would make a better way. That's what I was just saying. It should be better, but it's still awful. No access to files anymore. Sadly, I want a thing for a game called Go Go Loco stuff, and I'm good too. But I promise. Oh, no fun blender, and I don't want to touch it ever. That's fair. Doing good. I got like 3 hours of sleep. Woke up, took my phone. Wait, woke up to my phone melting. Holy shit. Oh, okay. I thought it like caught on fire. I was like, are you okay? That's awesome. What blew up? You going to do full animation or rigging at the moment? I want to do full animation. I honestly was very much, at the beginning of this week, I was very much like, burn this project. I don't ever want to touch it again. But now that I'm not modeling anymore, I'm like, okay, I could do some cool stuff with this. I can have some fun things. And so I had an idea, and I kind of want to make it happen. But that also means rigging all 6 TOA. And I'm not thrilled with that idea. But if I can figure it out with one, duplicating it should be pretty easy. So, I think. Yeah, I don't understand why they haven't made this better, but apparently it sucks in Blender too, so that's good. I don't know if there's any tool that makes this any better. Let's just take top on the Blender subreddit to get... Nice! What did you post, though? Was it the spark plug? That's cool. That's awesome. I need to get back into posting to Reddit. I was doing pretty good in the Maya subreddit for a while there. Oh my god, if you make the... I'm going to make the whole set. I'm pacing myself so I don't burn myself out. Thankfully, I calculated it. There's only 3 main Technic pieces that I have to model to where I have the whole set. And then after that, it's just the weapon and the mask. And that's it. So, I've technically done the hard part. So I think that might be good. Marsha! What's up? Thank you so much for the raid. How are you doing? Welcome on in, everybody. Appreciate the raid. How are we doing? How's your stream? Weight training, yes, it seems. Have you used a component editor to adjust the vert weights numerically? No, I've never played with that, in all honesty. How was your stream, Marsha? What were you playing tonight? Yeah, it was a smart plug? Nice. That's cool. That turned out so good, dude. It really does look like a photo. Like, you killed it with that. It was short. Why was it short? Why so short? But good. Oh, well, as long as it was good. What did you play tonight? And everybody, welcome on in. If you don't know who I am, my name is Matt, Cryptic Visionary. I am a 3D artist. This is what I do. This is what I stream. I'm working on a Bionicle model because I wanted a little bit of my childhood that I could mess around with in 3D, so. That's not my neighbor. Oh, okay, cool. Nice. How is that one? It helps lock down the verts. Yeah, I might learn how to play with that. I don't feel like I've got the brain power to do that right now. So I might look at that for sure. That would be a beneficial thing to have. I think that's right. Thank you so much for the follow, Libitron. Welcome on in. It's fun. Just trying it out for the first time makes the peepers work for sure. Nice. That's good. Have you played that new game? I forget what it's called. It's like the new... what the hell's that game called? Sorry, my brain is not working tonight. Yeah, Repo. That's a good tool. I think Academic Phoenix has something on it. Oh, do they? I might watch that after stream. Repo. Yeah, Repo. Yes, for the first time last week. Is it fun? It looks like it's fun. It is fun? Nice. That's cool. That's cool. Check out the hammer weights tool. Where's that? Is it in the main tool editor? I don't know where that is. Oh. What do you do? What happens if I push this? Oh. Oh. Okay. I see. Interesting. I will try that. It was fun. I died a lot. Nice. That's always good. Well, thank you so much for the raid, Marsha. I appreciate it. If you need to raid and run, take care of yourself. By all means, do so. Your community is safe with me, but I do appreciate it so much. And it's good that you had a good stream. I'm happy that you had a good one. For those of you who just came in and probably have no idea what the hell I'm doing, this is called weight painting. This is how, basically, when you see a 3D model in a game or a movie, this is how you control the way the mesh deforms with the bones for the movement. So this is kind of what we're doing right now, is trying to fix this jank without wrecking everything else. Select an edge and hit the hammer weights tool. Alright. I'm going to try it. Hold on a second. Marsha, thank you for the biddies. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. You don't have to do that. Oh, God. Roy. Don't encourage. It's Roy's birthday, everybody. Say happy birthday to Roy. Fix the jank and have no stank. Yes, exactly. All right, so we're going to try this. Hammer skin weights. So what does that do? Oh, okay. Don't you start this. I'll start it. And I'll finish it. Interesting. So I see. All right, so I see what that does. I will play with that later. It's good to know that that's there, but I don't think I'm gonna use it right now. Thank you for the biddies, Roy and Marsha. I appreciate you both. Biddies are never required, but always welcome. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. I still have those selected, and I don't want that selected. Okay. Let's clean this up. It kind of smooths out the weights between. Yeah, so I can see how that would work. I like that. I'm going to play with it for sure. I'm going to get as far as I can in the next 40 minutes, and then we'll see how that goes from there. But thank you for telling me about that. I will definitely play with that tool. This would be so much easier if I was using the pen tablet. I think I will for the next one. Alright, so let's see how that's performing. How you doing? Oh, alright. That's better. Oh, that's not good. Let's fix that. Why? It's either... It's probably... Is it the foot? No, it's just this one. There's just some sort of, like, pull going on up here. I could see how that would be really useful for, like, sectioning things off. So, like, I'm definitely going to play with that. Hello, dog. River. What are you doing? Come here. Hop up. Hop up. This is my dog. You guys want to see one of my dogs? There she is. This is River. She's full of anxiety. All of the anxiety. What are you doing? Can you explain to me to you? Yeah, so I'm skin weight for rain. Jesus Christ, Velocity. What the hell? Thank you so much for the raid. Demon Fighters, thank you so much. Thank you for the raid. What were we doing tonight? We bring the pack to play and the owlbears need a nap? What were you guys doing tonight? Thank you guys so much for the raid. Welcome on in, everybody. Let's see. I would think those are being rigged. Structures would be rigged more. Parent rig, smooth skin. Yes. So technically, you would want to if this wasn't one solid piece. Roy, welcome on in. Even though you were just here. I started with Diamond Art and then went to Sea of Thieves. Oh, damn, nice. Very cool. My stuff is loud. My music? Or my audio? What's loud? Nobody told me it was too loud. The alerts. Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what sucks too is I haven't changed that alert. And the stream is going to get... Damn it. I'm going to have to mute that. That's okay. Not a big deal. Thank you so much for the raid, Lasse. Everybody, welcome on in. My name is Matt, Cryptic Visionary. I run Cryptic Visionary across all of the social media platforms. I'm a 3D artist. This is what I do. I still don't have a hug command because I'm terrible at this, and I just spend 0 time on setting up my stream at all. But I will get it eventually. I'm so bad at this. You can ask Chris. He knows how bad I am at this stuff. But thank you guys so much for the raid. I appreciate it. Yeah, so if any of you are interested in 3D stuff, this is what I do. I primarily do this for streaming, and we're working on a Bionicle this week, so I've just gotten comfortable enough with you and to yell at no, that's totally okay. Go ahead, yell at me all you want to. There was a hype train? What the hell? Guys, thank you so much for the hype train. Jesus. I appreciate you all. Nice model. Thank you. I appreciate it. I can show you guys what this actually looks like, because right now it doesn't look like anything, but here. This was kind of my first model that I did anything procedural with. So the textures are all handled by Maya, and there's no UV. Where is it? There we go. So this is actually what he looks like. So as close to the toy as I think I possibly could have gotten. But the textures themselves have like the little plastic molding degradation and like the weird swirls that you would get with like a plastic mold. So since Lego parts are injection molded, I don't know, I was super happy with the way this turned out. This project turned out really nice. So I think I'm going to do all of them. I think, maybe. We'll see. Haven't fully decided yet. All right, so let's do this. I want to get a little bit more done on this so I can like just kind of generally play with the rig a little bit. So let's get some of this excess junk taken care of here. Let's go back to the foot because we're gonna have to reflood the foot. Paint skin weights. Joint. Oh, we don't have to, actually. It's just functioning the way it was supposed to. Beautiful. All right, so the next one is this one. Let's check this one out. So that joint should fully be controlling that. So we're going to flood that. But any of these other joints should not be touching it at all. So let's just test this out real quick here. Okay. Cool. Let's try this. Very cool. Nice texture work. The legs are all one piece or separate elements? Nope. The legs are... Well, so each element is exactly how the Lego is built. As far as the legs themselves go, I already put it up, but I have the actual Bionicle here with me. The legs are all one solid piece. So all of this geometry goes together. It's looking so good. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. This was my fun. This was supposed to be my fun project, but ended up being a nightmare. Okay, so that's working the way it should. So that's good. That ball is deforming a little bit, I think. Is it? Yeah, it's deforming a little bit because of that joint, but that's okay. So that's good. So I can technically just do this now, and that still needs a lot of work. But we're getting there. All right, so let's fix the influences on this foot now. Now that we've like got some movement going here, let's go edit the paint weights. This needs to be nothing. Flood. Also, wait. No. That needs to be that. JK. That should affect nothing. That joint should also affect nothing. Let's see. Yeah, good. I think that's better. So that shouldn't be pulling anything. Yeah, cool. So that should work just like the regular Bionicle joint, like the ball joint. So cool. Cool, cool, cool. If you guys are curious and you guys are interested, there is a Discord. If you are trying to learn 3D art, if you're trying to learn Maya or any of the other software I use, please feel free to join. The links are in my descriptions and bios. We're almost to 500 members, I think. Let's see. Let's see where we're at. Let's see what we're at. What are we doing? We are at 483. So yeah, we're getting close. That's cool. Super cool. But it's a good place to learn. Lots of good information there. And it's a good little behind the scenes look at some of the stuff that I do and some of the things that other people do too. So I almost wonder, I'm trying to think of how that should function. Because technically that joint, I'm missing something. I think I need another joint in there. Maybe. I don't know. You a freelance artist? Yes. For the most part. I work in IT during the day. I have to be right back. I need to get up and move for a bit. Longest stream I've done in... completely understandable. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. I'm glad you had a good stream. Sounds like you guys had some fun in Sea of Thieves. So, your community is quite safe with me. And I'll have them wanting to be 3D artists in no time. So this one... Okay, so that's... fine. I do think I need like one more joint in there. I'm wondering if that's the case. And that might be. They're probably safer with you than... Who knows? I'm a pretty chill guy. Okay, so that shouldn't be stretching like that, so that's cool. Yeah, I think the issue is that I've got this one like driver joint. I wonder if I could just lock that joint. Or, better yet, hold on. Hold on. Constrain. Aim. No. Okay. There's a different way of doing that. Was it a point? It might be a point. No, that doesn't work either. Wow, that's great. Okay. There's a way to do that. I just don't remember how. I'll have to look back at my notes. Because I know there's a way I can constrain that. Technically. What were you going for? I'm trying to pin this control on this one. So technically, this shouldn't move unless this moves. Try parenting to the top. That's a good idea. Let's try that. That actually would have been a much easier solution. I didn't think about that. Except I think that just jacked up my joint again. Oh, no. Okay. That might work. And then I can just have it... Let's see. Constrain. Point. No. I know there's a way to do that. Aim. Maybe I'm just... Maybe it's because I'm already working in a... There we go. I think that's right. Maybe. Yes. Almost. Okay. Aim. So if I take you, go you, G, that breaks it. Okay. This is the part that I hate. I think that's parent? No, because if I parent it, it's going to link it down to that one. That's not what I want. I need it to... It's almost honestly like... Well, you know what I could do? Probably isn't the best way about doing this, but let's see. Constrain, aim. No. Try aim with maintain offset. That's a good idea. Let's try that. Ooh, okay. Almost, except it's flipping now. So, we're getting closer. Okay. So, let's try this. So if I take this last joint, we're going to go constrain. We're going to go aim. Should keep that already. Apply. Okay. Yeah, that just handles that little front pointer. So it does have to be the main joint. Alright. So let's go to constrain. No, I mean parent constraint. I think that works differently than regular parenting, but oh, right. That's true. There are two of them. What's up, Crix? How are you doing? We can try it. It does work differently. But it also breaks everything, so let's not do that. There's a way to get this to work. I know it. I'm doing rigging today. Yeah, kind of. Trying to. I'm good. How about you? I'm doing good. I'm doing real good. I'm basically just flying around trying to get things to work. I think it's orient. I don't think it's aim. I think it's orient that I want. No. Maybe not. There's a way to get this to work. I know there is. Animation layer, we're not doing that. Let's do 0, apply. That's cool. So technically that should be aiming at that, right? So apply. So if I rotate that, that breaks. So it's the other way around. Yeah, so that's... It's just causing it to break, which is what's really interesting. You could do set... Yeah, I could. I'd like to figure out how to do it the right way, though. Technically, I could... Because that only needs to rotate in the Z, right? Technically, right? So let's do this. Lock and lock? Maybe? No, that doesn't affect rigging. That's stupid. Why not just weight it to 100 to the knee? Fair. Definitely fair. Let's try that. Let's see. So there's that. Okay, so that's joint 4, and then joint 7. So you're saying just completely 100 this. Let's try it. Screw it. And I promise you guys, this is what I would be doing if I weren't live too. I'd just be screwing with this until I got the result that I wanted. So if you ever wondered what my process actually looks like, this is my process. 100% of the time. I'm just going to like really jankily do this real quick. See if that actually does anything. No, because it doesn't move the joint is the problem. Like, yeah, that works. But it's not independently moving that joint. So I know there's a way to do that. I just got to figure out what it is. I'm not going to stress about it too much, though. I think we've got the right rig set up. Just need to figure out how to link that. Maybe I need to do an IK for all I know. Let's see. I didn't really think about that. Is that gonna work? Must be in the same skeletal chain. Okay, so that's not gonna function. Yeah, so it has to be up to that one. So basically it has to go boom, boom. Yeah, that won't work. Oh yeah, I'm not stressed about not getting it. I know I'll get it eventually, even if I have to watch a couple of videos. It's just, I don't do rigging, so I'm not the biggest TD artist. There's a reason there are people who just do this. No rig stress. Always rig stress. But you know what? I can't complain. I got the foot rotating without any distortion. Basically got everything else working the way it needs to work. It's just this little piston. So like once I solve that, I'm good to go. So, not stressed. Not stressed. I do think that still needs to be parented to that though. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Technically, I guess I could do that, right? No? Maybe not. IK is not the answer for that. I'll find an answer for that. I'm not super worried. Look at the articulation. Yeah, it's bad, but it'll get there. What's up, Z? How you doing, man? All right. So that's cool. Honestly, I'm more happy that like these are just functioning the way they need to function, so that's a win in my book right now. Because the reality is once I figure out that piston connection, the arms, blades, all that stuff, that's all easy. That shouldn't be hard at all. I know. Oh damn! I'm gonna have to export the materials from the other profile because they're not on this one. That sucks. That's okay. Top joint. Wait. Top joint of piston to top of leg joint. Bottom of piston joint to knee? Maybe. Maybe. We could try that real quick. Hi, I'm new and I would like to learn Maya. Do you have any recommendations for courses? Try to find what you can for free first. If you want to get diving into kind of like rigging, or not rigging, but modeling and rendering, check out my fan tutorial on YouTube. There's a really good tutorial on there for building a fan start to finish. It's a nice metallic copper fan. And that's going to go through the whole process. So you'll learn a lot of the tools that are needed for modeling in Maya. And then you'll learn a lot of the tools for texturing in both Maya and Substance Painter if you choose to. Those are both really good options for you. And then as far as courses go, again, try to stick with what's free for now. Like you can look at On Mars 3D. You can look at, what's his name? JL Musey. There's a lot of good free content out there. Ant CGI is another good one. And then there's the digital tutor one. I forget her name, though, all the time. This is cool. Thank you. Top joint of piston to top of to top of leg joint, bottom joint. Okay. I think I see what you're doing. I think I see what you mean. So parent. And then parent. Oh, that's funky. Oh, that didn't work. No, that broke it. Yeah, because I don't think you can have a bone do that. I'm pretty sure you can't. Suppose, though, that I constrain it somehow? I could do, I hate this. Oh, it's a knee. It's probably going to do the same thing. It'll break one of those joints. Yeah, it's going to break the joint. Honestly, though, it does get a little bit closer. That's going to be a really funky thing to figure out, but I will figure it out. And then I'll do a YouTube video on it so everyone else can learn how to do it, because I knew this was going to be a problem going into this tonight. So I anticipated this sucking, and I will figure this out before Friday. But you guys don't know I stream Monday and Friday, so that's my schedule. Same time. Because that's controlling what I need it to. And technically, like, well, it's almost not controlling what I need it to, but there's stuff to figure out here. Yeah, I don't know. That's okay. We are running up on time, so I'm gonna stop using my brain for the night, and I will think about this overnight until I'm not able to sleep. But I will get this figured out, and then by Friday we'll have something new. If I'm not doing modeling Friday, we'll continue this project. I think my goal is for sure to get this thing fully rigged. Not so much because of posing, because like I already posed it and rendered it and called it good. More so because I'd like to do some animation stuff with it. So, yeah. But Instagram, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate you as always, and I will see you later. YouTube, same for you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Looks like there was a lot of you today. That's awesome. Maybe separate the mesh. I'm trying to do it without doing that. I really want to avoid doing that because I know there's a way to do it without doing it. I just got to figure out what it is. So I will be doing some research. It's just I don't like doing research on stream because like it's just watching me Google stuff and that's not very fun. But I'll have it figured out by Friday. Don't worry. But thank you guys so much for hanging out on YouTube. I appreciate you all as always. And I'll be live again on Friday. And then there should be a video dropping midweek this week on setting up some special portfolio renders. So if you guys are interested in creating portfolio/demo reel renders, that's coming. And yeah, you guys have a good week, and I'll see you all on Friday. And then Twitch, we're going to raid. Let's find somebody to raid.